There's my rooster. Hello, it's Bill, the knee pain guru. Today is Thursday, September 16th, 2021. Today we're going to talk about knees, something with knees. What do we got here? Why does my total knee replacement knee feel stronger than my other knee? We're going to talk about that here in just a moment. Please make sure to give the video a thumbs up, like, and subscribe to the channel, Knee Pain Guru channel. Turn on notifications for future videos. If you have questions and you are watching, please enter those in the live chat or the comment section, whatever it is, whatever you're dealing with. Put it out there, and then we'll go from there as to figure out how we are going to break that down into manageable bite-sized chunks so you can understand it better as to how to figure out a strategy moving forward. Okay, here we go. Question came in from Todd. Todd says, I have a few questions. Will I continue to take meds prior to dental cleaning for the rest of my life? I'm 55 years old. This question was brought up during our orientation before total knee replacement. The meds for dental cleaning weren't necessary. Why does my total knee replacement feel stronger than my so-called good knee while walking? The last question, I feel like I'm limping and my arch feels sore on my non-total knee replacement leg. Do I need to seek a rehab person? Okay, let's pick those apart. The first question is, will I continue to take meds prior to dental cleaning for the rest of my life? This question was brought up during our orientation before total knee replacement. I'm not able to answer that question. I've not heard that before. I'm not understanding the context of why that would be. Maybe if you can write in and give me a little bit more information, that would be helpful in terms of the reason for the meds. But there's a disconnect for me. I'm not understanding what one has to do with the other. The next question is, why does my total knee replacement knee feel stronger than my so-called good knee while walking? It's important to understand when you get a knee replacement surgery, they're cutting off the bones in your leg and replace it with plastic and metal. That's like the baseline of what they're doing. So you're not feeling the pain there anymore. You're also not able to bend the leg fully, or you'll never get your heel to your butt again after a total knee replacement surgery. Your ability to extend it is going to be based on the lining up of the knee replacement surgery, how the surgeon lines up the knee. So there's those components to look in there. And when you don't have a knee that is able to fully extend or fully bend, it's going to feel somewhat stronger because it's in more of a locked position. The other knee has more flexibility. Doesn't seem to be, it feels weak because you can feel it more. Questions that come to mind is, have you done anything to strengthen your other leg? How does exercise affect the feeling of strength in that other leg? There's a lot of things we need to thin slice your questions to get a better understanding or a more comprehensive understanding of what you're dealing with. So I'd like to hear more feedback on that, of what you've been doing for exercise to strengthen the knee that feels weaker than the total knee replacement. And there's also the difference there. This is popping into my head. The difference between the perception of weakness and the actual weakness. So when you exercise, let's say you go to the gym and you're doing exercises for the leg, both legs, are you able to do both of those legs equally? Meaning, like, let's say you do leg extensions. Are you able to do the same amount of weight, the same amount of reps with the one leg as you are with the other leg? And if it's just your perception of one leg being weaker than the other is what's going on for you. So that would be a good one. And let's see, Sarez, let's see. I'll get to your questions here in just a second. Let me finish up Todd's last question. I feel like I'm limping and my arch feels sore on my non-total knee replacement leg. Do I need to seek a rehab person? It depends the type of rehab person you're going to see. It sounds like there's an imbalance. And this is what happens with a total knee replacement, is that when they cut the bones off in your leg, replace it with plastic and metal, your body's natural response to that experience is to move away from the pain to a place of comfort. Normal natural response to anything. Stub your toe, knee injury, total knee replacement, any sort of surgery. The body does this compensation thing to move away from pain to a position of comfort. That puts an excess amount of tension in another part of your body. It creates an imbalance. And in this case, what you're noticing is the tension developing in the arch of the foot on the other leg. That's what the body does. It's part of what is known as a tensegrity structure. Your body's a series of pulleys and levers. And whenever we affect one part of your body, the rest of your body compensates in some way. So depending on the type of therapist that you're going to see, is that therapist going to try to strengthen what is weak? We already talked about your weak knee, the tension in your foot. Are they going to try to strengthen what is weak, or are they going to try to bring balance to your physical body? And this is what's really important, and why many people find themselves chasing their tail with physical therapy, is they're not looking at bringing balance to the physical body. They're looking, okay, what's weak? Let's just strengthen that. When in actuality, when we strengthen what is perceived as being weak, we just make a tighter compensation pattern of what the body is protecting itself from. And it creates this endless loop where the body feels tighter and tighter and other things go. I've spoken on previous videos about friends that have gotten knee replacements, and within a few years, they had to replace their hips too, because their body was compensating very much like, was it David? I want to make sure I get the name right. Todd, sorry. What Todd was saying as far as his knee replacement surgery, the other leg's compensating. So you get knee replacement in one knee, the other knee compensates, it begins to wear faster, because now you can't feel what was going on in the original knee because they cut off the bones and replaced it with plastic and metal. Now you got what's going on in the other knee starts degenerating more quickly because the body is out of balance. So rehab, it depends on the type of rehab that you're going to. You definitely want to check out with a doctor. You also want to apply a bit of common sense in the scenario, that it's like, is what you've been doing, is it working? And are you getting the results that you want from having your knee replaced? So you got to take that into consideration. And of course, I'm always here to help. If you'd like to do something more natural and holistic and do it at home where you can empower yourself. Okay, here we go. I'm going to call you Kay. Here we go, Kay. Hi, Bill. It's me again. I'm going to surgery next week for my right knee, quadriplasty surgery. I have no idea about this. Just searched a little. And it says vastus intermedius tendon will cut. Can you tell me my thoughts? What specifically are you wanting my thoughts around? Let's see. Doctor says it's not a risky surgery. Do you know anyone else who did this surgery? I don't. I really want to know complications. Yeah, anytime you go under a surgery, there's complications with any type of surgery. You're opening up the inside of the body to outside pathogens. That you're going on with the anesthesia. You're putting drugs in your body, or they're putting drugs in your body, and all that. I'm not a big fan of surgery. If I could avoid it at all costs, I would personally. That's me. So that would be my take on it. Okay, we have 4 tendons in each leg: rectus femoris, vastus lateralis, vastus medialis, and vastus intermedius. They will cut vastus intermedius under the rectus femoris. Can I walk normal? I'm not sure. Like, whenever they do surgery, it's going to impact your body. There's always an impact. Like, how is your body going to respond on the other side of the surgery? So, and it's my belief that doing something as natural and holistic at all costs, or doing as much as you can before going for a surgery, is going to be the best way to go. At least that would be my thoughts on the situation. So if that doesn't answer your question, or there's a nuance to it, please let me know. Okay, what a minimal invasive quadriplasty. Can you type this on your YouTube just to check first video? You'll see my surgery. I mean, I could, but it's still a surgery. And I guess what needs to be looked at is the reason for getting the surgery. Is it pain? Is it range of motion? And what have you done to address whichever needs to be addressed, the pain or the range of motion, or both? That's the big piece that needs to be looked at. Surgery, that's going to be a factor for the you have to look at it. The questions need to be asked from a perspective: what is the outcome that you're looking for? Okay, let's see. Range of motion limited after femoral length. That's why I'm going this one. Okay, well, try it out. Let's see. This is the surgery. Okay, well, go for it. I know you were in the knee club program, and that is, we were working on something specific. I had given you some homework to work on, and then I hadn't heard back as to what happened with that. And that's where that dialogue in the program is crucial. Many people who stick with the knee club program realize they can avoid many of the surgeries that they would normally go for because they stick with the program. I'm only able to help someone as much as they're willing to help themselves in the context of the program. And if it wasn't working for you, that's where the dialogue is crucial and important in order to help you out. Okay, let's see. Sonia writes, how much salt does one take in order to have my joints absorb the water? Sonia, I saw you pop into the Knee Club call earlier tonight. Okay. Sonia, these are always best to post these questions in the Knee Club Facebook group. And what I can do here is okay, it's called the Original Gatorade. This is on the Knee Club homepage. And what I can do is I can post this here, because this is always good. I just posted this there, Sonia. That's the Original Gatorade. Begin incorporating a couple of glasses of water per day. Just to start out, we need to dig in as far as what you have going on to get your feedback as to what, excuse me, what's happened in the working with the Quick Start Guide. That's going to be helpful. And the Quick Start Guide, and make sure you send the invite to the Knee Club Facebook group if you aren't in there already. I'm not sure if you've been accepted in there. You could send the invite as soon as you log in to the members area on the Knee Club on the Knee Pain Guru website. Okay, you are welcome. Let's see. Okay, you said, yeah, I tried your exercise, but it didn't work for my right. Doctor said I must go to surgery because it's been a year. I'm fighting against time, it's getting late. Well, here's, and that's fine. Like, I'm not gonna, I won't argue with you. I challenge you that you actually tried the exercises. I gave you the exercises, you tried them, but you didn't come back and speak with me as far as what did you notice or didn't notice. This is one thing, this is across the board. People with knee pain, what they do is it's like they play the first game of a chess board and they only make one move. And they didn't win the game, so then they put everything back. You set everything back up again. And then it's like, okay, I'm going to try something else. And they don't win the chess game, so then they put their pieces back in order. So they never let the process evolve. They never let the chess game evolve. And what happens with people with knee pain is they'll try something. Try something for a few weeks, maybe even a month, but they aren't looking deeper. They aren't challenging themselves to look beyond the surface of what's going on. So what ends up happening is they don't see the depth of what they need to look at in their body, in their life, the things that are set up that are creating the issue that they're trying to get rid of. And what ends up happening is they'll jump to the next issue, whatever it is. They're going to get the next surgery. They're going to get the next shot. They're going to go to physical therapy again. They're going to get another prescription. And what ends up happening is they're in the same place that they were. And they're just as much, it's like, it's getting late. I don't have enough time. I got to get my knee back to the where it needs to be. But they're still skipping over all of the things that need to be looked at in order to do it correctly. And that's exactly what you're doing. I'll call you out on it because I've seen it before. I've seen it hundreds of times over the past 13, 14 years of working with clients. And until they slow their mind down enough to look at what I see, and this is where you have to go and spend the time to do the homework, to then come back and give me feedback so we can get you improvement. But if your mind's like, oh, well, that didn't work. I tried it a couple of times this week. I got to go on to the next thing. Well, you're going to be in the same place. Okay, here we go. Let's see what we got here. By the way, I did arthroscopic knee surgery last month, and my knee pain is gone. I forgot to say you this. Now my tendons, muscles hurting, which is a very good thing because this means my muscles are lengthening. Great. Okay, and I know you're right. After the surgery, I'll keep doing physical therapy, but will I lose my vastus intermedialis tendon forever? This is the only solution the doctor said. What can I say? You have to ultimately make the choice. You have to make the choice for what you want to do. The doctors are there. The doctors are a professional. They are a professional. They are not like the be all end all as far as what's going on in your body. And this is where many people make mistakes, that they're like, well, I'm going to go with what the doctor says, which I'm not saying ignore your doctor. I'm saying take that into consideration and bounce it off of other ideas and concepts that are out there. There is lots of amazing holistic practitioners that can bring information to the table to help you understand your body better. And if you're only going with one professional, the Western medical model, then you're leaving a tremendous amount to chance. Doctors are there to fit you into a box. If something is broken or torn, that's what they're the best at. So there you go. Doctor said even, what does it say? Doctor said even most orthopedic doctors don't know this quadriplasty surgery because this is very rare surgery and only for rare patients like me. Go for it. I'm not going to tell you not to do it. I'm looking at, when I work with a client, I'm looking not only at the physical patterns that are going on in their body, I'm looking for the mental and emotional patterns that are keeping them stuck and self-sabotaging in the process. It's important to realize when we are in pain for an extended period of time, it changes both the chemicals in the body and psychologically how we process information. It creates blind spots. It will keep us focusing on what's wrong. It'll keep us focusing on pain and what doesn't work. And we've tried everything. And we'll keep going to the same well over and over again. And even though we're not getting different results. So it's important to look at not only physically what's going on with the knee, physically how these tension patterns are related to your hips and lower back, your ankles and feet, your hamstrings, your quads, your shins, your calves, all the way up to the top of your head. Like, we have to look at that, definitely. We have to look at the environment that your body needs in order to have the support required to heal when we start getting the knee out of pain by changing the neurological signaling, increasing the range of motion, getting your body more comfortable. But we also have to look at, once again, the mindset, the mental and emotional component that are keeping you stuck doing the same things over and over and expecting a different result. You have to address that. Do you have any idea why my left knee is 90 degrees after the exercises, but I wake up and I see it's getting Y degree? You're going to have to rewrite that or something. Okay. How can I cover my gained degrees? Should I carry heavy things on my foot and sleep with them? No. Forcing the body to do something it doesn't want to do tends to reinforce a pattern that isn't working in the neurology of the body. When the body has had an accident, an injury, a surgery, a trauma, it tenses up to protect itself. Normal, natural response to the tension. In order to change those patterns, pushing the body when it's experienced an accident, injury, surgery, and trauma continues to lock that pattern in the neurology. We have to get the neurology in the knee or in the body, wherever it is. We need it to begin to feel safe. Let's see. Safe, supported, and listened to. And what that does is when the neurology begins to feel safe, supported, and listened to, it begins to change because now we're shifting neurological states. We're not locking it into a sympathetic state or a fight or flight state that it doesn't know how to let go of. If it knew how to let go of it, it would. And if pushing the body would work, it would have worked already. It's not. So there is a way of changing the neurology when you put the body in a position of comfort that begins to decrease the pain and increase the range of motion and allows you to, let's see, what are you saying here? I meant it's getting less than 90 degrees when I sleep. Okay. And yeah, there's layers and levels to this game. And most conventional doctors and physical therapists are working in a realm where there's something broken or torn in the knee. And they're good in that place. But if nothing is broken or torn, and we're looking at pain and range of motion issues, doesn't matter what your diagnosis is, as long as nothing is broken or torn in the knee, what we're looking at is a neurological signal that is dysfunctional. It isn't working. The fuse box is tripped, and we need to reset the fuse box so we can complete the circuit again. And it's a process. The body, this is what the body does when there's an accident, injury, surgery, trauma. Okay, what does it say? My tendon's kidding me. It's like stretching plastic, but after I sleep, it's getting tight. Right. Neurological signaling. It's not going to change if you force it. This is why so many people are still struggling after their surgery or multiple surgeries and thinking that another surgery is going to change it. The only thing that's going to change it is understanding your body on a deeper level and change the neurological signaling. Okay, we have lots of people on the call here. If you have questions, please enter those in the comments section or the live chat. Be happy to answer those for you. Okay, let's see. I would like to know your deep resources about quadriplasty surgery. Maybe you have a good doctor friends, because this topic is about knee. I hope you make a video. Head on over to, let me drop you a link to the nonprofit that I'm involved with. It's called the Camella Foundation. I'm going to drop a link here in the live chat. It's called Ask Dr. Beck. Dr. Beck is a osteopath that I believe I just put that in the live chat. The Ask Dr. Beck. And Dr. Charlie Beck, he's an osteopath that specializes in manual manipulation. He's going to have a very different take on the conventional medical model, where you may be running into things that aren't working. He looks at the body very differently. You can submit your questions to the Ask Dr. Beck thing, and that would be, you know, he's very well. He would be of the top 1% of 1% of doctors in the world. I would classify him as that. Okay, that's the Ask Dr. Beck. I put that on there. Okay. Thanks for everything. Good night. I'll update my story here for other patients. Thank you so much. If you have questions, please put those in the comment or the live chat. If you like the information, give the video a thumbs up. Like and subscribe to the channel. Turn on notifications for future videos. If you want to know what to do next, you can head on over to my website, thekneepainguru.com. All this information is in the description of the video below. There are 4 different steps you can take. One is going to the website to get on the newsletter list. That be something that you could begin to get more exposure to my approach. There's that as far as the newsletter. I also offer consults. There's an appointment link down there as well if you'd like to have a conversation with me one-on-one, and we'll map out a strategy of what you've been doing, what's been working, what isn't working, and then we could map a strategy for you out of pain, be it you're just going with a medical or Western medical approach, holistic approach, or combination of those two. There is also my group coaching program, Knee Club, and Knee Club where we meet on a Zoom call twice per week. You have all the videos to help you get out of pain. I point those to you for homework, and that can be very helpful. And I also have a private coaching link if you'd like to work with me one-on-one. So you can check that out. Okay. Well, there are no more questions that are coming in. I will play a short video for you in just a second, but I want to thank you so much for being here, participating. Oh, question came in. Hold on a second here. Link is not working. Which link? If you go to the CamellaFoundation.org, try this link here. And then the Ask Dr. Beck is the button up at the top on the right. Yeah, there you go. Okay, cool. Thank you all so much. I'm going to play a short video for you, and I will see you on tomorrow's video.